We're joined here by someone who we're really, really excited about, actually, as a budding jersey football kit collector myself. This is an extremely exciting time for me because there's an event coming up with Football Kitbox and the founder, I believe, Paul B. And Paul, how are you?
Great, yeah. Thanks very much for having me on, Dave.
No, it's great to have you. We're really excited about this. Obviously, you're the founder. I'm right in saying you're the founder of Football Kitbox, am I?
Yeah, Football Kitbox is my baby. Yeah, yeah. It's been
Fantastic.
on the go for a few years now. Yeah.
Great. And how exactly did you get into that then? Football kitbox. I mean, it's something that I've heard about it. I haven't made any purchases from it before myself, but it's certainly something on my radar for paydays coming up and things like that. So it's something I'd be interested in. As I say, I'm a budding football kit collector myself, and it is something I'd love to get involved in a bit more and learn more about the kind of ins and outs of collecting. But how did you get into it yourself?
Yeah, well, it's a great way to get into collecting shirts. Yeah, I was always a collector myself, like yourself. Bit part sort of just like a nice shirt to wear down the Astro or out and about or it wasn't a massive sort of collector, but I always had an interest since I was a child and always kind of kept a few of them from my childhood and pick a few up in charity shops, or I could pick them up along the way, or if I was away on holidays I'd always kind of keep an eye out for a particular shirt if they were unusual or I wanted to kind of remember it. And then in 2018, I was kind of at a crossroads, and I was debating whether to take, there's a few different sort of jobs on the table, and I was in sales for about 10 years, and I was kind of leaning towards going out on my own. So I was going through the different sort of options and maybe what particular products I could do, and football shirts kept coming back in the brainstorming sessions because they kind of got a broad appeal, and they kind of represent different things, and they have a bit of nostalgia in them, and they're just as good a present for kids or adults, and it was something that I knew something about, and it was a product that I think people like to get. You get that sense of there's you're a 10-year-old boy. Oh, what's this? Where's the club? Where's this from? And there's a little bit of a wow factor behind it. Whereas a lot of the products I might have sold in the years previous to that were services or things that were functional or boring or not really that exciting. So I wanted something that I could get excited about myself. So I chose football shirts, and subscription models and subscription boxes and stuff were all the rage, and well, are all the rage, especially in America. And I thought like the trends were going to come over this side, so I was just kind of looking at a different way of positioning myself in the market rather than it's a very competitive space, so I just wanted to kind of position myself. So I decided on the kind of subscription model and the mystery box element of it. I was the first person to do it. Little did I know I was going to create a whole niche and a whole avalanche of competitors and copycats in the ensuing years. But yeah, it just kind of started to build slowly and surely, and then during lockdown, the pandemic kind of really took off. The whole football shirt market kind of exploded, and people found a community online, and everything kind of broadened, and people were looking for different communities to latch onto. Nostalgia, when people are low and people are feeling down, and nostalgia is always kind of really important. And it just took off, and it went really, really big, and it got really big over lockdown. And yeah, I've just kind of nurtured it and guided it, and kind of had a huge ups and downs, and built it to where it is now. And I have customers in over 28 different countries around the world, and I deal with football clubs from far-flung places. I like to go off the beaten track: the Philippines, Bhutan, Montserrat, you name it. I've just been going to the far-flung places of world football, getting the coolest jerseys, and sending them out to my customers every month, building a nice community. And it's been brilliant. It's been a roller coaster, but it's been a really, really, really cool ride.
Yeah, I mean it's great to hear. Obviously, we mentioned briefly in the intro here that you've got an event coming up on the 16th of April in Dublin. You had one last year with kick on era in 2022, and it was the Imperial Hotel in Dundalk, I believe. And how exactly did that go? Was that I heard it was a resounding success. I know Jack was at it and things like that. So, like, what was in store for that, and how did it go overall for yourself?
Yeah, it went really well. Yeah, we had loads of different kit collectors from all over the country that came and showed all their different collections. We had all the best kind of independent vendors selling their wares, and then we had a series of different kind of kit talks and kit discussions, and even a little kind of comedy sketch. And it was brilliant. The whole day was just a kit extravaganza, and it was like-minded souls coming together, whether they just had a passing interest in football kit, or where they were avid collectors. There was kind of something for everyone, and it was the first kind of event of a time of its kind in Ireland, that all the kit collectors and people interested in that could get together. And yeah, it was brilliant. Went really, really, really well. And yeah, hoping to build on it, and we're putting together an event that's going to be even bigger and even better this year. So really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a massive success if you get to come back for another year, and in a probably more busier area in terms of, it's in Dublin this year, 16th of April 2023. It's the week after Easter, in the Carlton Airport Hotel in Dublin. I mean, that's a prime location for people if they want to fly in for it, even for a day, or just to pop in, or it's close enough to town that you can get a bus out from anywhere around town to get to the airport. So, like, what exactly is in store for this year now that it's going to make it even better? What's going to push on now for this event to be?
Yeah, well, having it in Dublin, I think, was a big thing. Yeah, Dundalk was probably a little bit of a stretch for some people, whereas in Dublin, yeah, I'm a Dub myself, although I live in Galway. Dubs don't like to travel, so we're going to pander to the Dubs, and then yeah, everyone from the country, yeah, it's on the M50, so it's easily accessible. It's near the M1 for people coming down from the north, and it's right beside the airport. If we can get people in. There is a few people coming over from the UK, I know that, but yeah, if we can get people from all over, everybody is welcome. It's going to be, as I said, a little bit bigger, a little bit better, with some serious collections this year. Like, one guy has 180 Liverpool match worn shirts from the 70s upwards, like just phenomenal collections. We have a Dundalk collection, we have Bohemians, we have a St. Pat's collection that goes back to the 60s. We have Cork City, we have Galway United, we have loads of different League of Ireland clubs are going to be represented: Sligo, Finn Harps, and then we have an Arsenal collection. Every single Arsenal shirt from 1982, one guy has in his collection. Brilliant, like just phenomenal stuff. Newell's Old Boys, Borussia Dortmund, just unbelievable. So you can kind of walk around, get to see these collections as they're meant to be seen in their entirety, and just marvel at them. Even if you're not necessarily a collector yourself, you'll get to see that. We have even more vendors this year. We have Calcio Culture Club, Argentina football shirts, NI Classico kit launch, Football Shirts United, the lads from Irish Sports Museum, myself, obviously, Football Kitbox going to be there, onside jerseys, Premier shirt displays. So loads and loads and loads of stuff to buy, whether modern stuff or retro stuff, or really unique kind of vintage stuff. And then we're going to have even more kind of panel discussions and talks. We're going to have the lads again from the football walk and tour. We're going to have Eddie O'Mahony is going to be talking again. Barry Rojak. We're going to have Chat Shirts. Chris from Chat Shirts going to be over, and some of the guys from the Kids Man is coming over again. Ellis Platten actually might be able to make a surprise show as well on the day as well. So really, really, really excited about what's going to be there. And this year as well, we're going to have some extra guys in the card space as well. So Soccer Cards United are actually sponsoring the event this year as well. And they that whole space of the NFTs and the cards and the stuff that goes in the microchips that are going in the jerseys and the kind of new kind of futuristic sort of technology is going to be there as well. And that's only the tip of the iceberg. There's loads more things being confirmed day on day. And we're extending out on Saturday night this year. So we're going to have possibly tickets to a game, one of the women's game on the Saturday. That's yet to be confirmed, but it's a possibility. So your entry fee will include that. And then we're going to have some part of the walking tour on the Saturday evening around North Dublin. So we're going to actually see, the sites. So people coming up from the country who might be kind of dubs and stuff like that, they're going to actually see kind of all the sites and get the 100-year history of Irish football. And then we're actually finishing up on Saturday evening for a social gig in the spiritual home of Irish football, Dalymount Park, and we're going to have some talks there, and we're going to have a little bit of music, a few DJs. So you wear your '90s bangers there. If you have any crazy '90s shirts, come down for a little bop. Then on the Saturday night, that's going to be a great event, and then we're running into the all day Sunday as well. So as I said, something for everybody this year. Whether or not you're just into any different sort of aspects of football, or whether you've been a collector for 30, 40 years. There's something for everybody then. So yeah, I encourage all your listeners to come on down and check us out.
Yeah, that's absolutely fantastic, and I know we'll be running a giveaway closer to the time on Bill's social medias, the Irish Football Blog. So that's something very exciting for people to keep an eye on our Twitter and our Instagram handles. Yeah, I mean, it's such a broad event that, I mean, we were talking just before we hit record, and it's something, as you say, for everyone. It's not just for your diehard collectors. I know you mentioned Ellis Platten, who's probably one of the more topical in terms of for the youth side of things, for people that are looking to get into kit collecting and things like that.
Yeah, he's
It's
been instrumental in opening up the space, especially to the younger market, especially over lockdown and stuff like that. He's really good at what he does. But yeah, there's something for those guys, or there's something for people who've been collecting for years. Kids and seniors go free as well. So it's a great family day out. If dad wants to come along with a few of the kids, he'll only have to pay €10 for himself, and the kids will go free as well. So it's a great day out for anyone of any age.
fantastic. And where can people get tickets, Paul?
They can check out KickCon Era on the socials, or it's kickconera.com, and tickets are available on the website there, or tickets will be available on the door as well.
Perfect. And I have a question for you here. Just my own personal question actually is, what's your favorite kit of all time?
Oh God, I have 4 children. If you ask me to pick a favorite one, I don't think I'd be able to do that. I think it's the same with my collection. Oh goodness, oh dear. It kind of changes all the time as well. I probably have a top kind of 3, top 5. I have a VFL, a Bochum match worn shirt from kind of 93, 94. That's absolutely phenomenal. I love my Man United Snowflake jersey from kind of the same time, 92, 93. I love my Ireland away 97, 98, the bright fluorescent orange one.
Yeah, I know that one.
And I got Ogbene's. I got one of Ogbene's match worn shirts from the Luxembourg game where he scored last year as well. So I got that recently as well. So obviously that's kind of up there as well. And the Centenary Ireland shirt as well. I thought, that's something kind of really special as well. I'm delighted I was able to nab one of them. I think they're going to be true classics in time.
Yeah.
Is that all right? Nice Is that all right that I gave 5, or do I have
no,
to?
that's fine. No, just sat here thinking what my own favorite one was, and I see.
What's your favorite one? If the
I'm a
house is
nine.
burning down and you can only pick one, which is your one?
I'm a '90s kid, so I grew up as a my dad was a United fan. I have a signed Roy Keane '99 jersey,
Oh,
um, and
nice.
I have the 2003 Ireland away jersey, the white one. It always reminds me of Clinton Morrison, so they'd probably be my two. And then one of my Drogheda jerseys because I'm a massive Drogheda fan as well, so they'd be the three. Any of the
The
Drogheda ones.
Drogheda shirt that they had last year, the away one, the black and red one, that was one of the best
Yeah,
League of
I have
Ireland
it here.
jerseys in recent times. It's absolutely phenomenal. Like it went under the radar pretty much. It didn't get nearly enough attention it deserved. I thought it was brilliant. Like I bought it just because of its merits. I have no affiliation with the drugs at all, but I have one of them in my collection, and it's sits proudly there. Yeah, I love it.
Fantastic. No, look, that's fantastic, Paul. Thanks so much for coming on. We're really looking forward to the event. I know I'll definitely be there, and I'm sure. I think Bill was mentioning traveling up from Cork, so I'm sure we'll see you there, and I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks a lot for coming on.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, thank you so much for coming on. We'll see everyone April the 16th, Carlton Airport Hotel. Doors should open around 10 o'clock, and we keep an eye on socials for the times on the Saturday evening. And if you need to find out more, kickonair.com.
Fantastic, Paul. Thanks so much.
Lovely. Okay, talk to you guys soon. Thanks a million.
Cheers.